here's a comprehensive overview of China's visa-free policies and their global impact. Here's China's expanding visa-free policy, a catalyst for global tourism and diplomacy. In recent years, China has significantly expanded its visa-free entry program to welcome travelers from a growing list of countries. This initiative aims to boost tourism, foster international business ties, and enhance China's global diplomatic relationships. Recent additions and their impact. As of 2025, China's visa-free entry list includes 38 countries. Many of these are European nations such as Finland, Norway, Denmark, and Slovakia, as well as countries like South Korea and Japan. The visa-free policy typically allows visitors to stay in China for up to 15 or 30 days for purposes such as tourism, business, family visits, and cultural exchanges. The inclusion of these countries is part of China's broader strategy to attract more visitors and bolster its economy post-pandemic. For instance, since adding South Korea to the list, there has been a significant surge in travel bookings from South Korean tourists, with some cities experiencing over 150% growth in visitor numbers. Reciprocity and diplomatic considerations. While many of the countries included on China's visa-free list do offer reciprocal or similar visa-free access to Chinese citizens, not all of them have identical policies. Some countries may have more restrictive visa requirements for Chinese travelers or might have different conditions based on the purpose of travel. Overall, China's initiative is designed to build stronger diplomatic ties and encourage mutual tourism benefits. The US and China, a different scenario. Unlike some of the countries recently added to China's visa-free list, the United States does not currently have a reciprocal visa-free policy with China. US citizens still need a visa to visit China, and similarly, Chinese citizens need a visa to enter the United States. This reflects the current diplomatic and security considerations between the two countries. Economic and tourism impact. China's visa-free expansion is already showing positive results. In 2024, China saw a dramatic increase in foreign visitors, with over 64.88 million foreign trips recorded, marking an 82.9% increase from the previous year. This surge is not only boosting the tourism sector, but also supporting related industries like hospitality, airlines, and cultural services. In addition, China's efforts to streamline travel, such as modernizing payment systems and improving airport services, are making the country even more attractive to international visitors. If you need any more details or want to adjust anything, just let me know.
Okay, sorry about that. My first question is, why is the United States not on this list? How do they treat us coming in, and how do we treat them?
No worries. The United States isn't currently on China's visa-free entry list, largely because visa policies are often based on reciprocal agreements and diplomatic considerations. Since the US requires Chinese citizens to obtain a visa before visiting, China has maintained a similar policy for US citizens. For US citizens traveling to China, a visa is generally required in advance unless they qualify for the 72 or 144-hour visa-free transit if they're passing through on their way to a third country. Similarly, Chinese citizens need to apply for a visa to visit the US. This is pretty standard for countries that don't have specific visa waiver agreements, and it's all about ensuring both countries have similar entry requirements for each other's citizens.
So, over the last 5 years, what countries have been added to this visa program that China is touting?
Over the last 5 years, China has significantly expanded its visa-free program. Notably, in November 2024, China added 9 countries to its visa-free entry list. These countries include Slovakia, Norway, Finland, Denmark, Iceland, Andorra, Monaco, Liechtenstein, and South Korea. Citizens of these countries can now visit China without a visa for stays of up to 15 days. This expansion is part of China's broader effort to boost tourism and strengthen international ties.
Okay, and alongside those countries, are there any other countries that are involved?
In addition to the 9 countries added in November 2024, like Slovakia, Norway, Finland, and South Korea, China has also included other countries in its visa-free program. Notably, countries like Bulgaria, Romania, Croatia, Montenegro, North Macedonia, Estonia, Latvia, and Japan have also been added. This broader expansion is part of China's efforts to enhance international tourism and foster stronger global connections.
Very interesting. Obviously, this is a power play because a lot of these are regional and or in the same coastal powers. Would you agree?
Absolutely. It definitely seems like a strategic move on China's part. By including many European countries as well as key neighbors like South Korea and Japan, China's definitely strengthening ties with important regional and global players. It not only boosts tourism, but also fosters economic and cultural exchanges. So it's definitely a strategic power play in terms of diplomacy and regional influence.
How do other countries treat China in terms of travel, and how do they treat them?
It really varies from country to country. Many countries have specific visa requirements for Chinese citizens, just as China does for them. For instance, countries in the Schengen area in Europe generally require Chinese tourists to obtain a Schengen visa in advance, and the United States also requires a visa for Chinese travelers. On the other hand, some countries have mutual visa-free or visa-on-arrival arrangements with China, especially within Asia, like Singapore and Thailand. In general, the approach to visa policies is often influenced by diplomatic relations, tourism goals, and security considerations.
How's the relationship between China and the Gulf states?
China's relationship with the Gulf states has strengthened considerably over the years, especially in terms of economic and energy cooperation. The Gulf states like Saudi Arabia and the UAE have become major partners with China, particularly in the energy sector. China is a significant importer of Gulf oil, and in turn, Gulf states are investing in Chinese
Fair
technology,
enough.
including
Fair enough. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll be back with another episode in the future.